Hi, and welcome to JavaScript tutorial of a Tic Tac game. This game is actually at the request of one of my viewers out there, so let me show you his email. That's his email. I've actually just cut it off and paste it right here. It says create another one connected with JavaScript. Okay, because I did created one tic-tac-toe using Python. Let me show that to you guys before we continue. And right here is my Python tutorial of the tic-tac-toe, just like any other tic-tac-toe game there. So I'm going to close that and let's come to our main program for the day, which is JavaScript there. So I'm going to reset and let's play another game. There we go. Player who is winning. Okay, we can even scrap it all and start the game all over. There we go, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you straight into my Notepad++ and let's put one of these beautiful JavaScript tic-tac-toe tutorial together. Alright, so let's do that now, guys. Okay, and welcome back to my JavaScript tutorial for tic-tac-toe. I'm going to start by clicking on language and let's just select PHP, then enter the shell there. So in here I'm just going to enter tic-tac-toe. There, that's the title for my game. Now the next thing I'd like to do is I need to link it to BootStrap. Right underneath the title, there we go. I needed the BootStrap so that I can enhance the look of the game itself. So the next thing I like to do is I'm going to call the following class inside the BootStrap so that I can modify the look. So let's say p-3 and the background color I'm going to make that bg equals info. You guys should be able to see all of those inside the BootStrap page there. Now the next thing is let's come in here and define our form, and the name of my form is going to be tic-tac-toe. There we go. Close that. Now what about the method? The method I intend to use, I'm going to say equals post. Close that there. And action, I'm going to save this as, let's call it tic-tac dot php. There, close that. Right, looking good. And let's close the form right there. Alright, so I'm going to save my project now as tic-tac. Save. And right in here I'm going to save my project in there as tic-tac. That is the name I gave to it here. There we go. Save. And there. That is it. The file is saved now. Now the next thing I'd like to do is I need to define my heading. So I'm going to say this heading display. This display is to enhance the size of font itself. So font width, make that bold using the enhancing the BootStrap, and it's going to be white. And what would be my heading? So I'm going to call it tic-tac-toe. There we go. And let's just add some lines like you guys saw earlier. Yeah, that will do. And let's close off that. Come right in here. There we go. Okay, while at it, I might as well just go to my browser and let's see how it looks like. This is the previous one. I'm just going to copy that, come in here and paste that in there. I think it's called Tic Tac. So press enter. Okay, that's it right there, but the title is not okay. The title is there, but I think I must have make a mistake there. Let's come in here. Okay, look right there, there should be an equal, so let's save that, go back in there and just refresh the whole page. Refresh, there we go. Right, that's fine. Now the next thing is I'm going to have to define some dev here. Let's come right down here and just say dev class equals container and close that. Then I'm going to need another one for the role. Yeah, let's copy and paste it right underneath here. That will be for the role and that will be for, let's come in here and just call that role. And because BootStrap has in total 12 columns, so I'm going to say column dash sm equals 4. That's how I want to divide my column. Then the next thing is, I know some of you will be saying, why am I using table? I feel a little bit more comfortable with using table, but I'm going to define a table in there. You don't have to use a table. I'm going to make the size of the border about 41. Okay, and let's say the class btn dash info. Yeah, close that. Now the next thing is, I'm going to come right down here and just, let's say, the table role and the table itself, the input that will be type. I'm going to make that button because I need button for my tic-tac-toe game. And the name, let's give that name btn1 as button 1. And then for the ID, I'm going to make that ID button, let's say buttons 1, because they will all be, they should all be called buttons anyway. Now when I click, what do I want the system to do? I want the player, I'm going to call that player player move. Okay, that's good enough for me. Player move this. Right, close that as well and close here. There. Okay, I'm going to now style this button. There we go. Maybe I should just break it down so that you guys can see it properly. Yeah, that's my button there, and I've also made the edge round a little bit. So I'm going to save that. Okay, let's go to the browser. I'll save that. Let's go to the browser and see what we've done so far. So where's the browser? Right here. Okay, refresh. There we go. That's my first button there. So what I'm now going to do is I'm just going to copy it across. So let's copy and just speed up the whole process. Paste it right underneath there. Okay guys, those are all the buttons created. Okay, I don't want you to get confused. This is, I just actually had to increase the font size so that you guys can see it properly. This is one button on its own, this is another one, and another one here. Okay, and the same thing applies here. Okay, if I add a space, you should be able to understand it properly, and here as well. Okay, so if I save it now, and let's go to my browser, come right in here, refresh, and there we go. Those are all my buttons in the house. Alright, back in here, I'm gonna kind of like reduce the size a little bit so that I have enough room to complete the rest. And I believe you guys understand how the buttons are arranged now, so I'm going to kind of like move this up so that I have enough room. Just make it 3 by 3. There we go. Alright, so the next thing I want to do now is to create my output. So I'm going to create another table where the output will be. Okay, right underneath here, I'm going to create another division. So let me just copy this and paste it right underneath here. Yeah. And let's create a table. Might as well copy this very table as well and paste it right underneath here. Okay, so let's add some space so that you guys can see it. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now that the table is created, in this case I want the display of this very table to be 40. Okay, I want the border to be 40 and the class btn info, and the display is 3. Okay, what else do we need? We need the font width. Let's make that bold as well. Right, and we now need as follows. So the input in this case is going to be text input. So let me just copy this, copy that, paste it here, and then the player is going to be player X. Let's enter a column there and just close this up, close and close. There we go. Now the next thing we need to do now is to change this. The next thing we need to do now is to add the input type and names. I'm just going to copy all of this, come right down here and just paste it right here. Input type, and the name is going to be what? I'm going to call it txt player X. Good. And the name, no, the text, this should be text. Let's cut that off and paste it here, and this one will be text. Right, that's good. So the next thing is I'm going to give it an ID as well, and this ID is going to be player ID, player X ID. Right, now let's define the size. Might as well copy the style here. Okay, just copy everything, no, just up to here, copy that, paste that here. Right, just speed it up a little bit. Okay, that's the very first text created. I'm going to just create the other one. There we go, and just there. And we also need to close that very table. Come right down here and get it closed here. And in here I will now create some buttons. I'm going to need 2 buttons, one for reset and the other one is just going to be for new games. So let's copy some buttons here. I need 2 of those. Come right down here, right there. Those are the 2 buttons. I'm just going to close off the the divisions. So now let's save that and come to the browser there and just refresh. There we go, guys. Look at that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, so let me add a line underneath here. So let's go back in here and just add that line. I can even copy it up here. Where's my line? Let's copy that. And come right down here. Let's paste it right underneath here. And get rid of this. There we go. I think I might need around that. Yeah. Save and refresh that. There we go, guys. Alright. So everything is ready now. However, nothing is working. But as you can see, I've entered 0 in here. So if you come to the text here are those zeros are the default values. Okay, so those are the text and those zeros are the default value. Let me break it so that you can see. Those are the text box, and here these two are my buttons. Well, at least you all have a very good idea of HTML coding anyway. So I'm going to save that, refresh. With that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.